And really dumb character decisions, like going back for the cat. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude?
That cat will get out alive, no problem.
And he did it so casually, like, we gotta go, kitty.
Yeah,
And like,
he's
you
all
were
like,
just
"Oh,
attacked by
okay."
these critters, and you're just really casually taking your time.
You're in a house with the critters and you have no sense of urgency. None whatsoever. You're just strolling through your room being
Yeah.
like, "Where's the kitty cat?" "Excuse me?" "Run, bitch."
Lights, camera, and action. Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. Remember those childhood movies you loved? We're going to watch them again and find out if they're still as amazing as you remember. Let's get ready to join Anna and Jimmy as they go back and watch those movies you remember being oh so awesomely good. Horror movies that scared. Comedy movies that dared.
Damn!
And action movies so preposterously ludicrous that they defied the laws of common sense. Now, here's your hosts, Anna Santos and Jimmy Coates.
Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. We are still at the drive-in. We are on the second feature of my picks, which have not done well. Have not done well at all.
No, they haven't.
And like I said, these two were a gamble. This one's a gamble, but I do remember loving this movie, Critters from 1986. And it was part of a wave of when Gremlins came out. Every little movie studio with somewhat of a budget raced to make these little creature feet from Munchies and Critters and Ghoulies, the little puppets that Puppet Master, anything.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you remember about Critters?
To be perfectly honest, I don't, because I think I watched this in the late 80s and then never watched it again.
Probably a reason for it.
Yeah. It was never one of my go-tos. It was one of those where I was like, oh yeah, no, I like that movie. But you know how sometimes when you like a movie, you're like, oh yeah, I like that movie. I should watch it again. I've never had that second thought about Critters.
And they made a few of them.
Yeah, they made quite a few. So I remember aliens with too many teeth.
Yeah.
And they creeped me out. And I did not like them. Pretty sure I liked the movie. It's like an invasion thing. That's what I remember from it, which is not much. And because literally I watched it once, thought, oh, that was fun. And then I never watched it again. But I remember, like, I remember liking it, but not liking it enough to like search it out or watch it again. But it was just kind of like oh, okay, yeah, that was fun.
I remember loving this movie. I do remember a lot. I know it takes place on a farm.
Yeah.
And a family. And I remember having a crush on the sister. And I remember going to the drive-in. I don't know what we were watching, but me and my brother were excited because we went and saw Critters 2 at the drive-in in 89-ish, whenever it came out, which is also, Critters 2 is an Easter movie. So if this is not too bad, I will be picking Critters 2 come Easter time. Actually, if this one's really bad, I'll probably still be picking Critters 2 around Easter time.
That's hilarious.
But I also remember like a Ghoulies too, and the Munchies. And I'm pretty sure they weren't very good movies.
I've never seen Munchies.
This horrible movie, but a fun, cheesy movie.
Once, and I think I actually like blocked it out of my brain.
I remember liking Ghoulies.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you.
But I liked a lot. I liked Maximum Overdrive and Steel Dawn, and
I was gonna say
I like a lot of movies that aren't real good.
I was gonna say my friends. Oh yeah, no. See, look, I just looked up pictures of Ghoulies and I was like, I remember this.
Yeah, I remember really liking it.
Ew.
Yeah, they were gross.
I blocked it.
Well, this stars Dee Wallace. You'll know her to see her. She's been in tons of movies. M. Emmett Walsh. Scott Grimes plays the kid.
Yeah.
Nadine Vandervelde
Yes.
plays April, his sister, which I had a total crush on. Billy Zane, I think, plays the dick boyfriend.
Which is not surprising. He does a good
And
bit.
yeah, he does. And I like Billy Zane. This was also directed by Stephen Herrick. And let's see, what have you done like to bolster? He directed Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure,
Oh,
Mr. Holland's Opus, and the Disney Three Musketeers with Kiefer Sutherland and Oliver
damn.
Platt.
Go, Steven.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm starting to feel a little better.
Wait, I
What-
think he also directed Man of the House. So,
Yeah, and Holy Man and Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg.
yeah. So, I mean, look,
Mm.
it's promising.
Oh, he did Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead and The Mighty Ducks.
Yes, but he also did Into the Blue 2, The Reef.
I liked it. Oh, number 2. I was going to say I liked Into the Blue. Not number 2. He directed Russia. Oh, he directed Rush Hour, the TV series. Never mind. So, some hit and misses, but some good ones there.
Yeah. I mean,
Well-
it's workable. It's workable. We can figure it out.
All right. What do we think the budget on this little Gremlins wannabe movie is? I'm guessing it's not going to be very high. It takes place in a farm. I think it takes almost place completely there, so that's not a lot. There is some special effects. Now, it is 1986. I mean, we just watched The Running Man with that blue lightning, and that cost 30 some odd million.
Yeah. I am going to say, you know what? I have a feeling that this is a $2.5 million movie.
Between 2 and 3 million. Yeah.
You know why? Multiple critters.
Yeah, they had to make a bunch of them, and I'm pretty sure they were puppets.
Yep. If it's puppets, animatronics, whatever, you have an entire team that has to work them.
Yeah.
As soon as you have multiples in the same shot, that gets expensive.
Yeah, I'm sure the producer was like, "Yeah, that sounds cheap." And then there's gonna be and then they're pitching it, and then there's gonna be 500 critters, and oh fuck,
They're like, oh shit.
damn it. All right, let's look at the box office. This spawned a few sequels, and the second one went to the theater. So I'm going to say it did. Oh, I'm not going to say it was a blockbuster or anything, but I'm going to say it did okay.
I think it did really well.
Yeah. We'll let Sharon take a look. There's Critters. Well, 13 million. Well, 13 million on 3 million is not bad.
That's actually really, really good.
Yeah.
And I highly doubt that they had a big marketing campaign.
No, probably not. And it came out in April.
Yeah.
This would have helped being a summer movie, but it opened in sixth place with 1.6 behind Money Pit, Police Academy 3, Band of the Hand. I don't even know what that means. Gung Ho, Offbeat. Ahead of April Fool's Day, Color Purple, but Color Purple was in its 17th week. Pretty in Pink and Out of Africa. And then it just, so sixth place, then ninth, up to 7, back up to 6th, ninth, back up to 8th, and then 12th place. So it kind of fluctuated, not bad there. So
small amount of theaters though.
Actually, the highest it got was 633.
So that's multiple watches. Watches.
So did well. It made money.
It did. It made a good chunk of money.
Now, I don't know because I didn't see this in the theaters, obviously.
Yeah, no.
And I didn't bring them up. Give me 1 second. God damn it.
I would have been 5 when this came out, so.
Yeah, you're not going to, parents aren't taking it to theaters at 5. Not just, and even if they weren't taking us Critters.
My parents weren't taking me to the theaters for anything, so.
There you go.
On top of that, it definitely wouldn't have been for Critters.
Now, there are 3 posters here, and I do not know which is which. So we'll do the first one.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And it's just a hand-drawn critter. It says Critters, and there's a farm in the background. It's a cartoonish one. I do not like this poster.
Yeah, no.
If this was your movie poster, that's maybe why you didn't open that great.
Very possible.
Now, here's one where it's a night sky, 2 shooting stars or spaceships landing, teeth up above it, and then a farmhouse silhouette. Like, I like this one a lot better.
Yeah.
The battle began in another galaxy. It's about to end in the Browns' backyard.
That's not bad.
And then there's this one. It has the 2 alien bounty hunters standing on a porch with the family and a bunch of critters underneath the deck. Critters, they bite. When you've got critters, you need all the help you can get. I'm guessing this was probably...
I think the first one was probably for the initial release.
Maybe, yeah.
And then I think the second poster was probably for VHS rentals and things like that. That's
All right. Here are the taglines. The original tasty entree.
What?
When you've got critters, you need all the help you can get.
I mean, that's not bad, but it's not great either.
They bite.
I like they bite.
And then the battle began in another galaxy. It's about to end in the Browns' backyard.
No. Too many words.
They eat so fast, you don't have time to scream.
Oh, that one's good.
Yeah, that one's not bad. Again, I don't think, although we were surprised with Ernest, I do not think this did well with the critics. I'm just going to take a shot in the dark here. All right, let's bring up. Yeah, no. Well,
Oh, it
50
did work with just regular people.
Yeah, 50 reviews. Critic reviews comes in at 52%, while 50,000 plus people came at 45%. So, yeah, the majority of the people that watch this did not like it. And it's a horror movie.
God bless.
Oh.
Yes.
I will look for the good ones since this is mine. Here we go. More than a ripoff of Gremlins, Critters is a fun, Amblin-esque family adventure with plenty of amusing sequences and extremely memorable titular creature design. Though at times the events at the farm and the town feel disconnected. Joel Lipsett, Horror Queers Podcast.
From Variety staff at Variety, critters resemble oversized hairballs and roll like tumbleweeds when prodded into action. The perfect menace for this irritatingly insipid and lightweight film, which unfolds with plotting predictability and leaves few cliches unturned. No rating.
This is Joe Bob Briggs from his drive-in show, The United Press International. 4 stars, best of 86. Joe Bob says, check it out.
Jesus. Philip French from The Observer in the UK. Gremlins does exist, and Critters is simply a drive-in exploitation version of it. Likeable in a blue chin, blue collar way, but lacking the original's moral and magical qualities. No score.
Caffeinated Clint says, Gremlins on acid, as wacky as it is wicked. Loads of fun. 3 out of 5.
Rob Lowing from the Sun Herald in Australia. Cliched in every department with predictable plots, stage-managed coincidences, and a widgy-faced boy hero. Critters is saved from a Z rating by its sly tongue-in-cheek humor and expertly created Munchkin stars. Original score 1.5 out of 4.
Michael Ferrero, Film Threat, says, black balls that kill. What more could be said? 3 out of 5.
Alexander Walker from the London Evening Standard. It's so pitifully plain that the budget won't stretch to showing bigger critters that the pathetic effect becomes laughable. No score.
Eleanor Ringel Carter of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution says, even if it does play it safe, the movie is well played and unexpectedly entertaining. Especially good are Scott Grimes as the boy hero and Terrence Mann as the alien on MTV's Wavelength.
Wow. Carrie Rickey from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Indigestible, if not toxic, entertainment. No score.
Jay Carr of the Boston Globe says, Critters is perky fun. It's sci-fi rip-off heaven, and it's going to be a honey of a midnight cult movie.
Bruce Bailey from the Montreal Gazette says, when the film is trying to be scary, which is most of the time, it's not particularly successful. Indeed, its clumsiness in that respect is such that it's downright laughable. It's occasionally redeemed, however, when it's being deliberately funny. Original score 1.5 out of 5.
Catherine Rambo says of the Detroit Free Press, sure, it's Gremlins derivative, But this nifty little alien invasion movie is a thoroughly engaging, simultaneously funny and frightening pop horror romp with much of the same trash culture verve as The Howling. 6 out of 10.
Mike Massey from Gone with the Twins. Brief bits of gore, characters rolling around on the ground pretending to wrestle, chomping fur balls, and the look of the creature themselves all provide amusement. Original score 5 out of 10.
And this will be my last one from Rick Cogan of the Chicago Tribune. What a pleasant sense of humor Critters has, and it is this attribute that is mostly responsible for making this playfully scary film more satisfying than most of the other items on the Monsters from Outer Space Come to Earth and Try to Kill Everybody menu. 3 out of 4.
Wow, this is my last one. Stephen Hunter from the Baltimore Sun. The central flaw in the film, alas, is the central illusion, the creatures themselves. This means that at times the film looks like it should be called The Attack of the Hairy Basketballs. No score.
IMDb, 42,000 user ratings, comes at 6.1.
That's higher than I thought it would be.
Yeah. All right. Well, I picked this one. Oh, a lot more reviews than our Ernest. So I will start with number 10. This is the best movie ever. Yeah, there are a few here. Let's see. Those Crazy Critters, A Fun Horror, the best movie. What a good movie. Nope. This movie is a classical version of Why We Are Afraid of Monsters. Burt Gum, 10 out of 10.
Interesting. A fun and enjoyable creature feature. Cannibal Corpse Grinder, 9 out of 10.
The Not Gremlins Rip-off, that's also the king of Gremlins Rip-offs. Timber 30108, 8 out of 10.
Cheesy 80s garbage, but good fun. The_Void, 7 out of 10.
Quite fun, actually. The Other Fool, 6 out of 10.
Not as good as Gremlins, better than Ghoulies, obviously. Michael Daly, 99, 5 out of 10.
The 80s have dated. Theo Robertson, 4 out of 10.
Make with the massacre already. Dr. Q Shadow Reviews, 3 out of 10.
There are no 2 out of 10s.
All right, let's see. I'm going to read them all. And here's one. Too cheesy, even for the genre. Oh my God. I didn't find it enjoyable. LMAO. Thank you, that random guy, IMDb cinephile, Graham SP, and horror enjoyer.
Too cheesy even for this genre.
Too cheesy even for this genre. My personal favorite is I didn't find it enjoyable. That's it.
Okay. I think we have done everything now.
I believe in us, yes.
Let us watch a trailer and then make a prediction. The reviews aren't actually that bad.
No.
Well, some of them are.
Well, I mean, look, if someone's going to call this movie stupid, I don't actually consider that a bad review. I just consider it descriptive.
Yeah.
Space furballs who eat people. That is stupid, objectively.
Well, yeah, exactly. Every movie we watch on this review podcast is stupid. Well, no, we've watched a couple ones but most of them, like if you look at it on paper, you're like, this is dumb.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Ernest Saves Christmas, that's dumb. Weekend at Bernie's, that's stupid. And they are. So some of them really are stupid. Grizzly, that's dumb.
Yeah, but so entertaining.
Very entertaining.
So entertaining.
All right, let's take a look at this.
Of all the planets in the galaxy, they chose ours. They hide in small places.
This phone is dead.
What?
They light the dark.
Jay, any luck?
Just a minute.
There's nothing cute about them. They've come a long way, and they're hungry.
Dad's all torn up and Mom's got like a harpoon sticking in her neck and they're getting bigger.
Critters. They bite.
Okay, I like the
sounds
trailer.
I know, I like the trailer too.
I mean, it looks like a cheesy B sci-fi horror movie, but that's what I'm expecting. Yeah, no, it looks kind of fun.
It does look kind of fun. Also, I keep forgetting how long Scott Grimes has actually been working.
Yeah, I know. And you forget, yeah, because you see him that young. I'm like, oh, right. He's done a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff
but
as
also-
younger, but he's also done a bunch later on.
Oh yeah, like I remember watching him on ER.
Yeah.
You forget that he was the redheaded kid in like 90% of the stuff, and then you see him in Band of Brothers. He was on Party of Five. Like that guy's been in a lot of my entertainment as I've been growing up, and it's so weird to me because I'm like, I keep forgetting he's been working since he was a child.
He's now the father on the Ted TV show, the little teddy bear, Ted.
Yeah,
He is absolutely, because it takes place in the 90s. Because
yeah.
the movie takes place in the 2000s. And he is such a dumb. He's like All in the Family, Archie Bunker in the
Yeah.
90s. And he is fantastic. And he was good in that space show, that comedy space show, Orville. Oh, frig, he
Right?
was in
Yeah.
Mr. Alaska. That's right. He was in Robin Hood. Yeah, he's been in
Yeah.
Oppenheimer so much.
He was on ER for years. So good. I remember him.
A lot of TV shows like guest spot. Yeah,
And
112 of ER.
he got into directing. I think he's also done some writing. Like he fully has been like, I made enough as a child actor. I am now going to continue all of my work. Like I'm going to try everything. I like him a lot, like as an actor, and it's so weird to think because like now I'm looking at his IMDb and I'm like, shit, 1984. It
He
was his first
played-
job.
Yeah. What was his first job?
A Doctor's Story, which I believe was a TV movie. And then, yeah, he did a bunch of TV movies. And then he did a couple episodes on like TV series.
Well, he did 388 episodes of American Dad because
Holy
he plays Steve, the son, I believe.
Do you
I
want
never followed American Dad, but I'm sure I've seen, well, maybe 100 episodes.
I love this. So before Critters came out, do you know which one of his projects came out? He was the
No.
voice of Yasha on The Greatest Adventure, Stories from the Bible.
Oh, I
That
don't
was,
know
like,
a
cool
Yasha.
too. He also did an episode of The Twilight Zone, Popeye and Son. Oh, he did quite a bit of voice work when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Well, kid. He wasn't that young.
Did some Twilight. Yeah, he's done a lot.
Yeah.
And he's
And
in
I
Critters too.
I keep forgetting
Yeah, how much he's actually
how
in.
much he's actually in. And I'm like, well, shit, yeah. I watched Charles in Charge. He was on it. Star Trek The Next Generation. My Two Dads, 21 Jump Street, Wings. I'm like, I've watched all of these shows. He
Oh,
just
yeah.
keeps popping up.
Then he made friends with Seth MacFarlane and
Yeah.
doesn't have to work again. 388 episodes. God damn.
God bless. That's a lot of work.
No, I think I'm gonna like Critters. It looks like a cheesy B horror movie from the 80s, and that's fine. It's there. A lot of people are saying it's a little bit gory, a little
Yeah.
funny. Perfect.
That trailer was just good enough that I'm like, it's convincing me I might like it,
Yeah.
which is saying something. And then if I do like it, I'm gonna be like, why didn't I watch this again? Why
Yeah.
was it a one and doneer?
It was probably not played very often.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It
'cause
wouldn't
this-
have popped up on the TV again, and I definitely wasn't seeing it at Blockbuster. Mind you, I also wasn't looking for it at Blockbuster.
No, But it wasn't on like TV. It wasn't like Beastmaster and
Yeah, no.
certain movies that you saw all the time pop up on cable channels and stuff. But
Yeah.
no, I think it looks pretty fun. This looks fun.
It does look fun. And now I'm like, please, trailer, don't be deceiving me.
Yeah. And it has decent actors in it.
Yes. Very.
Like Dee Wallace has been in a ton of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Billy Zane, by the looks of it, doesn't last very long.
Lin Shaye, Ethan Phillips. Like, these are all actors that I know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
Well, we are going to go watch Critters from 1986. And when we come back, we are going to review it.
You heard them. Movie time. Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a treat. And then watch a classic kick-ass movie from whenever the one we're about to watch was made.
Yay! This was probably the best movie I picked out.
No, it wasn't.
Really? You liked Ernest better than this movie?
Oh no, if we're picking between just those two, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This one's better.
It's better.
shitty.
What's your initial thoughts on Critters from 1986?
I'm mad at you. I am mad at you. It had maybe 3 moments. 3 moments out of an hour and a half long movie where I was like, oh, that's not bad. And then I was like, why? And now I know. Now I know why I never sought out Critters after I watched it that one time. Now I know why my brain was like, look, all you need to know is little furry aliens like coming to Earth. That's all you need to know. You don't need to remember anything else. I know now why. Because this movie wasn't as boring as Ernest. Wasn't as shitty as Ernest. But this was boring and shitty. It was like Dee Wallace. I wanted to punch that woman in the face through the entire fucking movie.
Well, her whole thing there for a while, like she did the Howling and Cujo and E.T. and all that. And
Yeah.
so she was, I think Cujo was made around the same time. And she like Scream Queen. Oh my God.
I understand. I understand the need to scream. I understand being the Scream Queen. I understand. Did she have to shriek like a banshee for everything? Like she was either the blandest mom or she was shrieking. There was no like discussion, no dialogue, no nothing. It was shriek, 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 shriek. Sweetie, why do you have a fever of 106? No personality or just shriek. It drove me. I'm like, how you going to do Dee Wallace so dirty like that? Like that's some bullshit.
This movie was missing stuff. This movie didn't have like I appreciated the science fiction part. Like the stuff with the ships floating around looked dated, but I appreciate the work that they put into the penal colony, the stuff like that. And I appreciate, because the reviews were like, oh, the humor, and there was a little humor with the critter. Not enough.
No,
There should have been a lot more. And I appreciated that they made this town alive with a lot of actors at the bowling alley, at the church and all that. So it looked like a full town, but it wasn't used enough. It should have been used with the critters. It should have been used. So it had everything there. And I did like certain parts of it. I had a crush on the daughter, very attractive young lady there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the mom was hotter now that I'm older. Dee Wallace with her tight jeans and her sunflower dresses. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You're like, hey, mama, how you doing?
But she did the screeching kind of like, oh, don't screech.
Because she went from a very mild-mannered, very practical mom. And then as soon as the alien showed up,
Yeah.
Like just constant shrieking, even when she's trying to load the shotgun, shrieking.
Yeah, I thought the dad, he was very, very Midwestern conservative. I thought he was going to
Wow.
slap her just to calm
It
her
was
down.
I
I
was
was
wondering
hoping he was going to slap her.
well, because it wasn't even like she was shrieking dialogue. She was just shrieking. She was just making noise. And I was like, I'm really fucking annoyed. Like she's a Midwestern farm mother. She knows how to handle that shotgun.
Should have been, yeah, a little tougher than that. Yeah.
Should have been just a little bit tougher. I'm not saying like she had to all of a sudden be Rambo. Like
Yeah.
she is
No.
like no, but a little bit.
Yeah, they're on a farm. She's killed
Yeah.
something.
100%. 100%. So that kind of stuff got on my nerves. Billy Zane, Steve, the New York guy, I was like, where are you even here?
Just to get eaten.
Just to get eaten. No personality. Like none of the characters really had personality except for Charlie.
Yep.
But his personality was I drink because my teeth talk to me.
Yep.
Which I mean I'm not mad about. And then like Brad, the kid.
Yeah.
He was just really annoying. But even then, so boring.
And really dumb character decisions. Like going back for the cat. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude?
That cat will get out alive, no problem.
And he did it so casually. Like, we got to go, kitty.
Yeah.
And like,
he's
you
all
were just
"Oh,
attacked by
okay."
these critters and you're just really casually taking your time.
You're in a house with the critters and you have no sense of urgency. None whatsoever. You're just strolling through your room.
Yeah.
Like, where's the kitty cat? Excuse me? Run, bitch.
And I did like the critters. They just were underutilized. They were dicks.
Yeah.
Like when they were leaving and just as a fuck you, they blew up their house and
Yeah.
laughed about it. Like, I'm like, needed more of that. The odd time when they're swearing or when he's getting mad at that ET doll for not talking back to it. Like there were a couple things with the critters, but not enough because, and yeah, I don't think I hated the movie as much as you, but it was not as good as I remember.
Yeah.
It was lacking. And not just one department, couple departments.
It felt very disjointed.
Yes.
Like when you're watching, and also I made a comment about the score where I was like, the score doesn't fit this movie
No, it
either.
was off.
Like there was just, it felt very disjointed and very piecemeal. So it never flowed and it got on my nerves so much because I'm like, okay, like there are movies where they have like battling storylines or whatever. This one doesn't have battling storylines, but it does have battling scenes.
Yes.
Like it's not necessarily this scene leads to this scene or this scene will make more sense when you watch this scene later on. This movie just has a bunch of scenes that they kind of cram together. And they're like, well, this will be funny or this will be gross or this will be, although I will say when the bounty hunter is making his face in the ship, that was cool.
That was
and
cool.
Gross.
Yeah.
Because there's an audio to it where I was like, oh, that sounds disgusting. So I kudos for that moment. But it felt very, very disjointed.
And there was a review there earlier. I think you read it, and where it said that the scenes from the farm home and the scenes from the city, the town, didn't mesh very well. They didn't work very well, and they didn't.
No,
which is too bad because they had it. They had something. Like they had a fun B horror, like goofy.
It was almost like they had two parallel crews.
Yeah.
Kind of
shooting at the same time and then
movie, but like never thinking about the other. Like one was at the farm, one is in town. They each made a movie about the critters coming from outer space, and then they just kind of edited it together. So it doesn't feel like one movie.
Yeah, actually that's a great point because I'm like, why wouldn't you have some of the critters? They go out and they multiply and they scout. You had a bowling alley. You made this big deal about bowling, and you have these little tiny critters. You could have done something with bowling balls, pins, and critters. It could have been fun. Them rolling around the city, them rolling around and make it more coherent to mesh better with the farmhouse. I would say this is a great candidate to be remade. Much like Maximum Overdrive, this would be a great movie to be remade because you could probably do a really good movie here.
You could do a really, really good movie because here's the thing. I like the concept.
Yeah, it was a great concept.
It had like little nuggets, little teeny tiny nuggets of goodness, but they never let those nuggets flourish.
No.
So it ends up feeling very poor. Like it's very, I don't know how else to say it, where it's just like, this is the good idea that someone had, but it feels like they wrote it like literally an hour before it started shooting.
Yeah, and like you said, okay, you guys are going to film the town part, and we're going to film, and then we'll just put it together at the end.
Yeah, because there were different vibes too. Like
way different vibes.
Yeah, it was weird, and I was like, honestly, I kind of want more of the townspeople.
Yeah,
they were actually interesting.
And you had the bounty hunters. It was just handled wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, the town and I think Critters 2, I'm not saying it's a better movie because I don't know now. But I think Critters 2, that is the movie. They are loose in the town.
Okay.
And they're all over the town. So maybe they were like, you know what we should do? And maybe they fixed it. It could be way worse. It could be better. I don't know.
We'll find movies.
We'll find out at Easter when I pick Critters 2. And I'm only saying that because I realized as I almost rented this movie, I bought it a couple of years ago, and I bought 1 and 2. And I think I only paid like $5 for them each. So I have Critters 2. I never watched it after I bought it, and that will be my justification for picking it come Easter.
Yeah, I rented this one. But you know what's hilarious? Because I rented it through Prime. And I was like, oh, it's only $10 to purchase on Prime.
No.
And then I had a moment where I was like, do I buy it? And I was like, nah, you know what? I'm going to rent it.
No, Jimmy picked this. And I just finished watching Ernest, so I don't think so.
I did do it as like a double feature back to back. I needed to take a break between the two movies.
Yeah.
And then after the second movie, I was like, I need a break after this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch something tonight. I don't know what, but it's gonna be. I'm gonna pick something I know is good.
I need a cleanser for this.
All right. Well, let's go through Critters. On an asteroid prison, a group of dangerous aliens known as Krites are set to be transported to another station. This was I'm going. Lilo and Stitch ripped off Critters. This is Lilo and Stitch on a prison planet. They're dicks. Like Stitch is a jerk. These things are jerks. I really wish they would have played more into these because they were pricks. They were assholes. And there were only 3, maybe 4 little scenes where they showed that they were really assholes, and they really should have ran. And they should have ran with it in town. Okay.
Well, they set up, the movie starts with basically, look, they eat everything.
Yeah, we had to kill 2 of them because they're fucking eating everything.
We're just gonna get rid of them all.
Yeah,
they're that terrible.
Yeah, forget. Yeah, they
it up for us.
Yeah, these things are horrible. We had to kill 2 of them on what? Because the guy says you're supposed to have 10, you only have 8. Yeah, we had to kill a couple because they're dicks.
Yeah, they were eating
everything,
so we couldn't support them.
And then they're like, you know what? Just send them to termination. We'll just they're not worth keeping. I'm like, awesome. Yeah, good start. The Lilo and Stitch ripped them off, obviously. The Krites engineer an escape and hijack a ship, prompting the warden to hire 2 shape-changing bounty hunters, Ugg and Lee, to pursue them to Earth. A little dated, but I appreciate there was some effort there. You could tell the director was the director of some movies like Bill and Ted's, and where he had a bit of talent. And yeah, they did an okay for 1986. And what was it? A $2 million budget, $3 million budget,
I think.
Yeah, not bad.
2 and 3. No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. This part I was not mad at. I kind of giggled at the clichéness of like, oh yeah, because that's what aliens look like, or oh yeah, that's, I'm like, it's kind of funny. And then I'm like, oh, why do the bounty hunters not have faces? That's weird. But I'm like, future
Yeah.
alien shit. Who knows?
Well, so they can blend into wherever they're going.
Yeah,
Ugg
you
and
learn that.
they pursue them to Earth, studying life on Earth via various satellite television transmissions. Excuse me. Ugg assumes the form of rock star Johnny Steele. That was so cheesy. That music video.
That whole music video, I was like, do we have to watch the whole thing?
Oh my God. I know why they were playing it so often, but yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, he's supposed to be super famous,
Yeah.
but then comes to Earth, and everybody's like, oh, hi.
Yeah.
Who are you? Why are you here?
Yeah. Only the kid recognized him.
Yeah.
While Lee remains undecided, thus retaining his blank, featureless head. Yeah, he's like, change. He goes, nothing agrees with me. It's like, well, fucking find
He's
something.
like, I'm not really feeling this one.
Yeah. And they could have played on that too with these two. They could have made them more westerny, badasses, but funny. Yeah. There was a lot of potential here.
There is a lot of potential. It's like they do the setup for everything and then just stop. And
Yeah.
you're just like, you can follow through. It's fine.
Yeah, it would have been great.
Yeah.
On a rural Kansas farm, the Brown family sits down to breakfast with hot mom making breakfast for everybody. I'm like, screw the daughter. The mom's hot. Yay for me. I matured.
No, I appreciate that because if you would come into this being like, daughter's still the hottest,
Yeah.
you're like,
She still got it.
weird. It's fucking weird.
What is that? Dazed and Confused. Matthew McConaughey. I like high school chicks because I get older and they stay the same age.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm more of a fan of the mom now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Father Jay and mother Helen send teenage daughter April and younger son Brad off to school while waiting on mechanic Charlie McFadden. Yeah, and they kind of set up the family dynamic. They set up Charlie as a drunk, sleeping one off.
Yeah.
The sheriff, who he's been in so many movies.
Yes.
Yeah, you know him. A former baseball pitcher, Charlie has become the town drunk and crackpot and claims of alien abductions foretold by messages through his fillings. This was a weird story tool choice. This whole their thing through his braces.
It was a very here's one thing I will say for that scene, like just before when the sheriff comes in and he says, well, what's going on today?
Oh.
And he starts talking about, oh God, who was the movie star? It was something like that. And he was like,
yeah,
no, here.
Yeah,
What's going on here?
What's going here in our town?
Oh, well, there's the bowling league. And you're just like, what the? But I loved her. And then Charlie walks in and then he's talking about like his teeth transmitting these like messages and how he was going to be a baseball player. But the messages, like once he started hearing them, he couldn't do it anymore. But it was very, very National Enquirer, like 1980s National Enquirer.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that little tidbit.
Yeah, that was funny with her. She's actually in the second one.
Is she?
Different sheriff, but just as famous and recognizable actor. Why do I remember that? But yeah, I do remember she is in there. I do remember she is in the second one. And yeah, she was great.
Yeah, no, she was amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed her.
That evening, Brad overhears the Kreitz stolen ship crash landing and goes to investigate with Jay. Yes, he gets grounded because they were practicing with the slingshot and it misses the bottle and hits
the
sister in the ass. And then the kid takes the rap for it and he gets sent to his room with no dinner.
Yeah.
And then he's sneaking out and they see the ship go overhead. They discover a cow that has been partially eaten by the Kreitz. Disturbed, they flee back to the house. Yeah, I like how the dad is. He's like, what do you think did that? And he's like, I don't have my gun, so I don't want to find out.
Also, can we flag how this kid is carrying around a ginormous lighter?
Oh, and practically
setting
dynamite.
everything. Yeah, and it's setting everything on fire or exploding everything. And the parents are just like, "Oh, hey, that's fine."
Yeah, where are you getting all
What?
that gunpowder? That one is huge. That's like a stick of dynamite.
Yeah. And he's running around with a lighter that's the size of like a soda can.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
And I'm like, Jesus Murphy, who the fuck lets a kid run around?
Farm
Like, I
boys.
understand farm, but why are you trying to set shit on fire?
Yeah, they had easy access to like 4 shotguns just hanging over
Yeah.
the.
I'm like, go
like,
plow
awesome.
a field. Go plow a field. Go kill some chickens. Go collect some eggs. Do some work.
Shoot a couple groundhogs. Gophers. Meanwhile, the Krites kill and feed on a local police officer. Later, the bounty hunters take his police car as a method of transportation. See, that was kind of funny. They didn't know how to really do the car, and they think they have to look behind them to drive. Like you said, there's nuggets here of great B-ness.
Yes. And then they just never fully develop it.
No. And later besiege the farm and they cut its electrical connection. Yeah, because they don't really. Well, they steal the spaceship, and sometimes you forget they're intelligent. These aren't stupid little monsters. They're quite intelligent. While checking the circuit breaker, Jay is attacked by one of the critters, and despite being severely wounded, just barely manages to escape. In the barn, April's a bit of a tramp. I thought Billy Zane was the douchebag. It's the daughter. God bless her.
Can I tell you? I was like, Billy Zane, look at you being a gentleman. And
he wasn't a douche at all. He was kind of being nice, and
he was like, "Why are we here?
Yeah,
I don't understand." And then he's sneezing with the hay, but he didn't tell her like, "Yo, we gotta go."
No. Well, no.
See, if he had only had a little bit more of a backbone, he'd still be alive today.
Yeah. Well, she was like really.
She was very
sexualizing it up. I probably would have fought through it too.
She is very determined.
Yeah,
we'll say.
Yeah. Farm girls.
She's, as my brother-in-law would say, she's a little fast.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with being fast.
Hey, as long as that's what you want. But unfortunately for poor Steve Elliott from New York,
yeah, it didn't work out too well for him.
So uncomfortable.
When the spaceship crashed, and she's like, "Ooh, the Earth moved." Jesus.
Well, I mean, growing up on a farm somewhere, I'm assuming in the Midwest, that's probably you're probably like this is meant to be me and the guy from New York.
Yeah, well, and when the dad was like, "Well, what about what's his name? The guy she was dating." Oh, he was talking about was moving hay or hogs or something.
Yeah, farming hogs.
Yeah, he's like, "What's wrong with that?" In the barn, April is rolling in the hay with her boyfriend Steve when he is attacked and killed by one of the Krites. Mm-hmm. The creature itself is slain when it devours one of Brad's lit firecrackers. Yeah, because the brother goes to help her because she's screaming because the dad is hurt and the mom is just screaming.
Yeah, but remember, Steve is not dead yet.
No.
Nobody cares about him.
No.
They leave him there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve.
They're just like, I'm running away now. I'm like, did anybody even check if he was still alive?
The remaining Krites sabotage the Browns and Steve's car, forcing the Browns to shelter themselves inside their home. Yeah, this is where the mom really gets carried away because the dad's like, "We gotta go," and she's like, "Well, just wait here. We gotta stay here." And he's like, "No, they're getting in. Look at what they're doing. They're not dumb. They're gonna get in here one way or the other." I don't want to. I'm like, someone slap this bitch, please. Meanwhile, the bounty hunters search the town for the Krites, causing a panic at the church and the bowling alley, with the second hunter assuming the form of various townspeople, including Charlie. Yeah, at this part, but they could have done more with it. I'm with you. I was really interested in the town, and I really wished more of it was at the town. Or there was more going on. Yeah.
Like, and also it's okay to integrate the town. Like somebody escapes from the farm, manages to make it into town.
Yeah.
Townspeople come dressed ready for bowling league to try and help with the aliens. More people die. Give me something. Give me
Yeah, like
something.
you paid for all the you destroyed the bowling alley, you destroyed
Yeah.
the church, you hired all these extras, kill them off.
Kill them off.
Yeah, with the critters. That'd be awesome.
100%.
Brad escapes the farm to get help and runs into the bounty hunters. Upon learning of their true nature and intentions, he leads them to the Kreitz location. Yes, and then we get a lot of the stuff in the house.
Yeah.
I didn't like how they rolled really quick.
Mm-hmm.
And they were cool when they were talking. They had a fucking bitch of a time getting up those stairs. It's like they really had a tough time with the stairs.
They're little legs.
The remaining Kreitz kidnap April and return to their ship when the bounty hunters arrive and attempt to flee. Charlie and Brad manage to rescue April, and Brad drops his large firecracker. Jesus Christ. He intended to use to destroy the ship when the critters discover their escape. Just as the Kreitz take off and destroy the farmhouse out of spite, I did like that part.
Yeah.
Where they were taken off, stopped, and said, fuck you guys, and blew up their own house. Charlie throws a Molotov cocktail made from his whiskey bottle into the ship, causing a fire which detonates the cracker and kills the Kreitz. The bounty hunter gives Brad a handheld device to contact them in case of future invasion. And then use their technology to restore the Browns' farmhouse. I didn't get that. That was kind of dumb.
That made no sense.
Yeah, none at all.
None.
Charlie leaves with Ugg and Lee to become an intergalactic bounty hunter. That never really happen, did it? He was just asking if he does leave with them, because in number 2 he comes, but he's been gone, and Charlie's like,
yeah, but we don't see him.
We don't see that. No. Unbeknownst to anyone, Krite eggs are seen in the barn inside a chicken's nest that seem to be ready to hatch. And that's the end of our movie.
Yeah.
What's your score?
This one, I'm torn between skip it and stream it. I don't think it's a waste of time. I'm going with skip it. Unless they make a remake, then I encourage people to watch this. But if they're not making a remake of Critters, this movie can go fuck itself. Because here's the thing. This movie aggravates me. Because as I mentioned, they have a lot of nuggets and like little tidbits that are the beginning. Like they are the seeds of a good movie. And nobody tends to them in this movie. So it just dies out over and over and over again. And there are so many things that they could have done to make it more entertaining. But basically it ended up with a weirdly scored movie where the music does not match the movie. And so you're watching this and you're like, I'm bored. I'm bored because the kills are not that entertaining. They're also not that gory. Like they're not. And they're over in like 30 seconds. And it's not even, because like the critters are not actually eating people. They're just biting people and latching on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you got to give me more. You got to give me more action. All of the characters that actually have a real personality are in town.
Mm-hmm.
They are not at the farm, but we spend the majority of our time at the farm. Doing what? Listening to Mom shriek. Watching the kid fucking try to find his cat like he's strolling along on a Sunday afternoon after church.
Yeah,
like,
surprised when he gets cornered by that big critter.
No urgency. There is no tension. There is no, like, I think this is a movie that decided what it wanted to be, but just never followed through on it. And that is one of the most disappointing and aggravating types of movies. Where I'm like, I see where you started and then you just gave up. Yeah. And it fucking frustrates me. So I'm going to say skip it because fuck these critters.
And your IMDb?
Yeah, like a 3.
That's better than Ernest.
Well, because this movie actually has something to work with.
Yeah.
Ernest is a lost cause. Ernest, God bless, that movie never should have been made. This movie has the basis. Like, you can build a really good movie from what's in this one. They just did not build a really good movie. Anyways, what's your rating?
If you remember liking Critters, yeah, this is there for me. There is nostalgia here. The mom's hot. It had you're gonna watch it and be like, there was so much potential here. This wasn't as good as I remember. I would say stream it. It's not. Yeah, it is a tough one. It's got a few moments where you're like, cool, and the critters are dicks, but not enough. If this could not be a hard movie to buy the rights to.
Yeah.
This would not cost a lot. And if you put like 20 million to it, you could probably make a really kick-ass Critters movie.
Oh my God. It could be amazing.
Yeah, and it could be fun, and they could be little dicks. Do an ensemble and make it a comedy horror, and the town. Yeah, it could be really done. But yeah, that's if the movie was made again. I would say I'd say stream it on the assumption that maybe Critters 2 is better. And you just want to see the first one. My IMDb would be 5, and that's reaching. It's the score is if Danny Elfman, if you had maybe a score that matched like the urgency of getting away from these critters, but a little more gore, and maybe having them eat. What was his name? Steve? Was it Steve out there?
Have him like eat him.
Yeah, have them like tugging on his arms, and they rip off his arms because they're tugging back and forth on who gets to eat them.
Go in,
or go inside and come out.
Intestines.
Yeah,
give me that, because they ate the cow from the inside out.
Yeah,
like they hollowed out that cow. I'm like, give me out a hollowed out Steve, like something.
Yeah. The score is off. The tone is off. There are a few very nostalgic parts to it, but yeah, it's be a very hard 4.55. Yeah. It's not like the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's not a great movie either.
It's not. Movies like this are aggravating to me.
Yeah, because it's such potential.
And I'm like,
even for 1986, it had that potential.
And the potential's already in the movie.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just taking the story. You're like, oh, you've got little nuggets of goodness in this movie.
And you had the actors. And you had
the actors. And you had
effects. And
you had it, but you didn't do anything with it.
Yeah. You didn't just not stick the landing. You fell when you're going over the
your
horse.
Entire routine.
Yeah.
You fumbled your entire routine.
And then you got up and you did this prancy thing where you put your arms out and you jump, but then you fell again. And you tried. You kept trying.
You kept trying, but it's like in Dirty Dancing where she's supposed to do the jump, but then she doesn't do the jump, and then she does this whole. This movie is where they were supposed to do the jump, but they didn't do the jump, and then you just got this.
And and it had a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it just wasn't great.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't even that good. Yeah,
it had the beginnings of good.
Yeah. The story is. Yeah, you had it all, and you pissed it away.
You fumbled it.
So we have a skip it, a very timid stream it, and a 3 and a 4.5.
Yeah. This was not good. Although now I want to watch Critters 2 to see if it's any better.
That it's an Easter movie, and I'm going to pick it for my Easter movie.
Okay.
Because I've already bought it, and I've never watched it. So. I watched it, but I haven't watched it. The copy I bought. All right. Well, thanks for coming back to the Do Our Drivings. I am on a roll.
You really are. You really are.
I picked some doozies.
God bless.
Oh. No, thanks for coming back to the 80s, doing Critters and doing Ernest Goes to Camp. Yeah. Until the next movie we remember liking.
Congratulations. You just had one of your childhood movie memories vindicated. Or they just eviscerated it. I don't know. This is a generic one-size-fits-all type of ending to the podcast. So thank you for listening, and please join Anna and Jimmy next time for another episode of the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. If you dare to go back and watch that movie you remember liking.